What if the very thing that you were using to cope with depression was actually causing depression? Well, sugar is well documented for its connection to depression. And when I was at my worst, when I was, freebasing the ice cream and eating chocolate chip cookies and cakes and drinking gin and tonics and eating and eating and eating till I went to bed at night, what I was actually doing was I was actually feeding my depression. And there was a piece of me that knew it. I went to the doctor and I asked for help with the depression because I really woke up I really would wake up the next morning and not want to live. And I knew that it was just a matter of time before something went wrong with my health or I did something scary to myself. So I went to the doctor, and you know what? Underlying, I actually knew that sugar was my problem. I had a girlfriend come over one time and she commented on how these dark circles under my eyes, she was really concerned about my health. And I kind of brushed it off and said, oh, that's just sugar. And I knew that was the problem and I was really suffering. So I'm talking to my doctor and he prescribes an antidepressant. And there's everything within my body that knew that wasn't the answer. I took the prescription, I tried one of them. And while I was actually still in the doctor's office, I said, I don't want to take antidepressants. I just want you to fix me. And here's the crazy thing. It's so tempting for us humans to want to be fixed rather than fix ourselves. And it's in that frustration of not knowing what to do that we'll often engage in a behavior that's disconnected from our body. And your body actually knows what it is that's creating this sense of not being well. It can't not know. It's just that we've practiced being disconnected from our bodies. And so we will do things like drink alcohol, which will contribute to our depression. Zoning out. So that mindless watching of whatever it is, binge watching television programs that really aren't good for your soul. They're actually creating negativity kind of going through your brain. Those things, along with eating the sugar and the highly processed foods or things, that have opiates in it, with refined flours that create the sugars in our bodies, or cheese that has the opiates, all of those things that kind of distract us and they alter our body chemistry, and we use those things to not feel discomfort and in at least the very moment that we're consuming it. But what always happens with those foods is, as much as they create that high, like drug-like sensation, they always create the low. And it's in that low, we often choose a food that will bring us a corresponding high to our low. We don't tend to choose the food that evens us out. As an example, if you're sitting on the couch, mindlessly watching a program, eating some food that's actually, going to take you out of that space, we very rarely will choose a bowl of raw broccoli or raw carrots to console ourselves when we're feeling depressed or wanting to zone out. We choose foods that alter our states, and natural foods don't tend to do that. So it's counterintuitive in the moment to actually want to feel good. What you need to know is that when you choose the foods that are going to nourish you, that are going to compensate and counteract the effects of having sugar and refined and processed foods in your body, understand that they are not going to work like that. But when you're eating those foods, you're not taking in the other foods that create the depression. When you're eating nourishing foods, it takes a little bit longer to get that sense of well-being, at the most 7 days before you actually notice a difference. And every single person that I've worked with, 7 days is kind of the longest period it takes for you to start to get that feeling of well-being, for the effects of sugar and processed food that depresses the body to start to go away. Of course, there's a lot to depression, and getting off of sugar is going to absolutely help you, but it's easier said than done. So at Sweet Freedom, we have 2 resources for you that will definitely help you with this. We have the 7-day Eat Less Sugar Challenge, which is going to halve and quarter your sugar consumption. It's going to upgrade your sweet choices, and it's going to start to get you on the path of nourishment. And for those of you who know that sugar is a drug, it requires a strategy, not just a diet, and that you know you have to start to change the neural pathways of the patterns and behaviors of addiction, and you want to do the inside work. The Sweet Freedom 8-week online program really does this. We go through a process of doing the inner work to help you understand what are the drivers of addiction and how to actually break free from that to help you on your path of sweet freedom. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and like it. Subscribe to the channel and share it with people you care about that can benefit from this. And join our incredibly supportive Facebook group. And lastly, if you're looking to get sugar-free naturally, follow the links below and find out more about the Sweet Freedom online program.